When you breastfeed your child in public, you're wrong. Also, when you give your child formula, you're
You're wrong.
Like, where exactly is the balance?
Each time I make a memory, then I'll try to make it with you.
Hi besties, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with Innocent.
Hi, my name is Innocent Sadiki. You can catch me on Saint Twins TV, and I am on social media as well, Inno Sadiki on Twitter as well as Instagram.
Yep, so all links are going to be down below, so go ahead and check her out. She has a daughter who's almost Peanut's age. So best believe it, there's a marriage discussion going on.
Baby discussions going on.
Yeah, they don't know it yet, but their future's been set. Today we're going to be talking about breastfeeding. I don't know about you guys, but to be quite honest, breastfeeding has never been the easiest thing for me. I have struggled through it. I have soldiered on. The whole reason, I'll be very honest with you guys, that I brought this lovely woman here is because her breastfeeding journey has been completely opposite from mine, and I need for her to give you guys quick tips on how to survive.
In the beginning, it was a little bit hard for me, you know, I need to be honest. I'm not used to having big boobs. I used to literally have a flat chest.
Really?
Yeah. And then now I have to like get new bras, and you know, just looking at myself now, I'm just like, oh, my boobs are so big. You know, very interesting journey, you know. I made a decision to say it's not about me, it's about the baby. I had to be like selfless and just tell myself I have to put her best interest at heart. I made the choice to say I'm going to exclusively breastfeed her. I didn't want to introduce any formulas to her, and I made that decision because with my first I did introduce formula, but she got so big, and then, you know, I don't know, it was just like complicated. So what I did is that I started storing milk. I stored a lot of milk, so when I had the time at home, I would pump about 3 times a day, sometimes 4 times a day, and then I started storing a lot of milk for her, about 4 packs, 5 packs a day, and then I would freeze it for the times when I'm not at home so that she doesn't have to be on formula. She's only had breast milk, and then very soon she's gonna start eating solids. I'm excited. Only 1 more week until she's 6 months and she starts on solids.
I caved in. He's on solids and he's like 5 months old.
No, but there's nothing wrong with that. You must start them at least from 4 months. They can start on solids.
True. I actually like that you say there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like as moms, we always put pressure on ourselves to say, I need to breastfeed, or my baby has to do this before anything else. And I feel like in a way we lose track of what's important, which I always say a fat baby is a good baby.
A healthy baby, actually, you know,
true.
It's healthy, it's actually good for them.
Share with us how it felt with your daughter, the first daughter, when you had to put her on formula. Was it like a decision you made, or it had to be done?
I think it was lack of knowledge really, and just being young. Also, you know, when I started having very little milk, I thought, oh well, let me use formula. You know, I don't have enough milk, the baby's crying. But I didn't know that it's not about that with breast milk. You think you've got little milk, but it's just enough for the baby. So I should have just continued to breastfeed. When there isn't enough milk on this boob, I should just do it on the other boob. When you stop breastfeeding, you're basically telling your boobs that the baby doesn't want milk anymore. So the more you breastfeed, the more milk you're gonna get. I didn't have anybody to tell me that, so I was like, well, the baby's crying, let me just give the baby formula. And because formula is thicker, I felt like she's going to be more fuller with formula as well, which is another misconception. Your breast milk is more than enough for the baby. You just have to be consistent. You just have to continue doing it even if the baby cries. Breastfeed the side, wait a little bit, drink a lot of water, make sure you're eating the right food as well. It's very important, guys. Remember, everything that you eat, the baby eats as well.
If you're gonna be eating McDonald's, guess what?
The baby is eating McDonald's. That's why they cry for McDonald's, because we were eating McDonald's, okay?
I've been paranoid, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys will relate. I've always had this thing that I blame my midwife. Full disclaimer. She said to me, when you're breastfeeding, your child will hardly ever get sick. Hardly being the key word, because kids will get sick at one point. So she said to me, when you breastfeed the baby, as and when they grow up, your body will know what to do in terms of readjusting the milk to say, okay, now the baby is like 6 weeks old, growth spurts, give them more, or add whatever else. Do you feel like when you store the milk, you lose some of that? Because when you pump, say you pump now, and then you can store it for what, 6 months?
6 months, yeah.
Frozen. And then 6 months later, when you have to feed the baby that milk, do you feel like it's less nutritious?
No.
Compared to if you had fed the baby at that point?
That's a good question. I never even thought of that. But I mean, breast milk is breast milk, you know. Of course, the body will give you what the baby needs at that particular time, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still healthy. But I have to say, kids get sick anyway. And I got into this breastfeeding thing, oh, my baby's gonna be healthy. And people were like, you're exclusively breastfeeding, your baby's gonna be healthy, your baby's not gonna be sick. Listen, this baby has been more sick than my first one with formula.
Really?
She was exclusively on breast milk,
But she still got sick anyway.
Exactly.
Okay.
She had flu twice. She's got a fever now as well. So I'm just saying, guys,
Okay, so
breast milk is not like a suit to say I'm covering up whatever. It's healthy, yes, but you still need to take care of your child. Even if you give your child formula, it's not a bad thing.
it's not. Yeah, it's not. Your child will be just as healthy. You will be just as fat and will be just as happy.
Absolutely. Yeah. Even if you feed your child before 6 months, it's still healthy. It's still wonderful. Oh, kids are different. That's the thing. Like, it's exactly what you were saying, to say, just because you're not doing a particular thing doesn't make you a bad mom. You have to make the best decisions for your child. That's what's best for my baby now. If I have to feed my baby, then do what you gotta do as a mom.
And also remember, kids are different. With my daughter, she was on solids at 3 months.
Shoot, some kids are on solids 1 month.
So 3 months, and he's only now on solids at like 5 months. Going back to the sickness thing, I guess it depends. I had flu, and he's never ever got flu. I've had flu like multiple times, and he's never got sick. And to be honest, in my mind, I was like, wow, breast milk is the issue. I guess it depends. Breast milk, formula milk, sickness is sickness. One way or another, it's bound to happen.
Yeah.
So don't just go and say, I'm going to breastfeed my child so my child doesn't get sick.
No.
Or feel bad because you couldn't breastfeed. So would you say it helps to pump and breastfeed, or just breastfeed and not pump?
I think do both. Breastfeeding gives you a special connection with the baby, and I think also pumping is also good for the days that you're not there,
and also for those days where you need time away. I feel like I've started to advocate for time away.
But it's important for your sanity. Like,
so I'm gonna start a very touchy topic, and this is breastfeeding in public. With my daughter, I remember the day so clearly. The first time we went out with her and I tried to breastfeed her in public, the waitress actually came up to me and said, you're not supposed to, you're not allowed to breastfeed here. You can either go to the bathroom or do it in your car. And at the time, I was so naive. It was my first time trying to breastfeed in public, and I was like, okay. You know, you just, okay, and then you like cover up your stuff and you go. And to this day, I still look back at that moment and I think, I feel bad for the woman I was back then.
Yes.
Because I didn't know any better. All I knew was, I'm there, my child is hungry, it's convenient, let's just get it over and done with.
No.
And then she was like, I'm not here.
That makes me sad. We all have that little instinct to say, you want to be a good citizen. And then when people come and ask you politely, you just feel like, let me respect what they're asking me to do. They're asking me to go breastfeed my child in the bathroom, and you feel like it's the right thing to do. Whereas breastfeeding it's actually allowed in public, and you need to be able to stand up for yourself as a mom, which I don't even understand why we need to stand, because they should know it. And most restaurants now have like a sticker to say breastfeeding is a public right, so you're allowed to breastfeed in public. But most restaurants don't, and some people just don't have that knowledge or wisdom. And you need to step up as a mom with confidence and be able to tell them, no, I can breastfeed my child. Us as women, we're seen as like a sexual object, and when you take out your breast, it's more like, oh no, you're not allowed, that's supposed to be private. You know, it shouldn't be seen like that. You should actually be respected as a mom for the fact that you're feeding your child. Stop staring at people who are breastfeeding. I mean, just being a mom.
Yeah,
like,
just let
don't
them
make
do
us
their
feel
own
uncomfortable.
thing. Exactly. It seriously makes you feel so out of place. It's almost like you're doing something so
It
illegal.
does. Unfortunately, as comfortable as I am with breastfeeding, I still feel like I shouldn't, even if I know. It's something right, I have to do it, it's okay. I still feel uncomfortable, and I want to get to a place where I'm 100% comfortable and happy with breastfeeding without feeling like I'm making someone else feel uncomfortable.
We have so much arguments over formula feeding, breastfeeding, and this and that, and yet when you breastfeed your child in public, you're wrong. Also, when you give your child formula, you're wrong. Like, where exactly is the balance? If you see me giving my child formula in the restaurant, it's like, oh, did you try breastfeeding? If I try breastfeeding in public, it's like,
why are you breastfeeding?
It's very tough, but all I can say is, as a mom, just follow your instincts. If you feel like you need to pump and feed from a bottle in public,
do that.
Do it. If you feel like you want to breastfeed in public, do it. Don't let anybody make you feel out of place for doing what's right for your child. It's not just your right to feed your child, it's your child's right to eat.
So quick tips, right? Try and exercise, drink a lot of water, and you have to breastfeed right. Make sure your baby like lashes properly on the boob, not just on the nipple but around the areola, you know, like the black part. That helps with the suction as well, and that helps draw milk as well. Consistency. You need to remember which side of the boob you breastfeed.
If anything, put a bracelet on so you remember.
Yes, I was about to say that. So the more demand, the more flow. Enjoy it. You know, love breastfeeding. If you don't love it, you won't breastfeed as much. If you enjoy it, you're going to breastfeed more.
And ask for help.
Ask for help.
Seriously, there's no shame in asking for help, because breastfeeding can be such a struggle. If you feel like you're drowning, ask for help. Call that mom that you know. I would honestly say don't ask your mom, because first thing, they'll judge you first before they actually help you.
Why are you even doing it like that?
Yeah, so ask somebody who's going to be neutral, who's going to be willing to give you the help. And if all else fails, they're professionals, lactation consultants, who can actually help you with the breastfeeding journey. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. So I wanted to come here and give you guys quick tips on breastfeeding. I hope you've learned something. Just remember the most important thing: follow your instincts. Do what you have to do for your child. You don't have to breastfeed if it's not working out, but it's worth giving it a try.
Yes. Don't give up too quickly though. I do believe there's some people who don't have milk, okay? But I think just try. When you've tried and it still doesn't work, then
it's okay. Use formula. Don't beat yourself up about it. Your child will be happy and full, and she will love you for it, and he will love you for it, and that's all that matters. From us, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye.
Tonight we're running on the right track.